Good morning, students. So, in today's class, we will continue the next topic. So, there is thermal properties of matter. So, in the last previous class, we have discussed the types of thermal expansions, linear expansion, area expansion, volume expansion, and also we have discussed the relation between the alpha, beta and gamma. Alpha, so these all are having some usual meanings. Alpha is the coefficient of linear expansion, beta is the coefficient of area expansion, gamma is the coefficient of which is called as volume expansion. Now, in today's class, we are going to be discussing about the variation of density with temperature. How density vary with temperature? As we know that density is given by nothing but what? Mass by volume. So where density is denoted by rho, mass means m, volume means v. Now let us we consider V1 and V2 are the volumes of the body at temperature theta 1 and theta 2. Okay, V1 and V2 are the volumes of the bodies at temperature theta 1 and theta 2. Okay, when the body is heated from theta 1 to theta 2, then there will be change in the volume. So that volume can be written as, then volume is can be written as V2 is equal to V1 into 1 plus gamma into delta T. Here delta T means theta 2 minus theta 1. As I told you that theta 1 and theta 2 are the temperature of the body at volume V1 and V2. Okay. So here, so V2 is the total volume is equal to V1 into 1 plus gamma delta T, where gamma is the coefficient of volume expansion. Okay. Now here, as we know that we can also write this as volume V is equal to m by rho. We can also write this relation as V is equal to m by rho. So therefore, here and these bodies are having densities rho 1 and rho 2. Okay. So therefore, V2 means m by rho 2 is equal to V1 means m by rho 1 into 1 plus gamma delta T. M will get cancels. So 1 by rho 2 is equal to 1 by rho 1 into 1 plus gamma delta T. Here we are finding that how the density is going to be vary with the temperature, or also we can write this as rho 1 is equal to rho 2 into 1 plus gamma delta T. Say here rho naught is the density, of a body at temperature 0 degree Celsius, and rho theta is the density of a body at temperature theta degree Celsius. Now this equation 1 becomes, rho 1 is equal to what? Rho naught. Rho naught is equal to rho theta. Here rho 2 means rho theta into 1 plus gamma into delta T. Or also we can write this as, if I write this rho naught here, rho theta here, rho theta is equal to rho naught, then it becomes 1 plus gamma delta t to the power of minus 1. Because I am taking this rho theta in this LHS side, so totally it comes to the reciprocal. यहाँ पे क्या होगा, डिनोमिनेटर में आ गया, फिर डिनोमिनेटर से तो न्यूमरेटर जा रहा है, तो यहाँ पे चेंज हो रहा है, जो न्यूमरेटर था वो डिनोमिनेटर बन रहा, और यहाँ पे तो इंटरचेंज होने से यहाँ पे क्या होगा, पावर -1 आएगा. सो देयरफॉर 1 प्लस गामा डेल्टा टी टू द पावर ऑफ -1 कैन बी रिटन एज 1 माइनस गामा डेल्टा टी यूजिंग binomial theorem here. Okay, using binomial theorem. So 1 minus gamma delta t. So therefore this above relation becomes rho theta is equal to rho naught 1 minus of gamma delta t. So as this expression it says that how the density is varying here. So if the temperature increases, if temperature of a body increases density decreases. So this expression it says that if the temperature of a body increases, density decreases. Both are inversely proportional to each other. Density and temperature both are inversely proportional to each other. So this is how the density is going to be vary with the temperature. Here we have considered the body which is having a volume V1 and V2 at temperature θ1 and θ2, and ρ1 and ρ2 are the densities of the body. So therefore, as we know this relation in volume expansion, we have discussed that after heating V is equal to, we have taken that is V naught into 1 minus 1 plus gamma delta t. So that same expression can be written as V2 is equal to V1, where V2 is the final volume, V1 is the initial volume. Okay. So after solving, we will be getting rho theta is equal to rho naught 1 minus of gamma delta t, which says that the temperature of a body increases, density decreases. Okay, both are inversely proportional to each other. Now we will proceed to the next topic, that is thermal stress. So next topic is thermal stress. So what is thermal? Thermal means heat. Stress, which already we have discussed in mechanical properties of solids. Okay. So now here let us we consider a metallic rod which is rigidly fixed. Here it is a metallic rod. Of having length L. Okay. Now this metallic rod is having length L here. L is the length of the metallic rod here. Now if this metallic rod is heated now, if its temperature is, if this metallic rod is heated, then what happens? Because of due to the rise in the temperature, here temperature is rise to delta T. Delta T is the increase in temperature. Because of due to this rise in temperature, this metallic rod start to expand. Now because of due to there is no space at this rigid points, it is being fixed at the two rigid supports. So because of due to the no space here, what happens? This metallic rod starts to bend. So to compensate its length, it will start to bend like this. So this metallic rod, it will start to bend. So to compensate its length, if it does not allow to expand, if it does not allow to bend, then what happens? This metallic rod will break down. Okay, so that stress is called as thermal stress. If that metallic rod is not allowed to bend, then the stress in the metallic rod increases. Due to that stress, this metallic rod will get breakdown. So that stress only is called as thermal stress here. Because continuously we are rising the temperature, we are heating this metallic rod. Slowly it will start to bend. Why it is bending? Because there is no space at the two ends here. There is no space. So that is why this metallic rod is bending. Now, if it does not allow to bend, then this will undergo under stress and it will break down. That stress only is called as thermal stress here. Now we know that the initial length is L here. Now increase in length is, this is the length of the rod. Length of rod, and delta L is the increase in length, and delta T is the temperature. Increase in temperature. Increase in temperature. Now we know that, so from linear expansion we can write this as change in length is directly proportional to the original length and increase in temperature. And this can also be written as delta L is equal to alpha into L delta T, where alpha is the coefficient of linear expansion. Now this can also be written as delta L by L is equal to, there is alpha delta T, where change in length to the original length is called as strain. It is strain. So that is longitudinal strain. So if you go through the mechanical properties of solids in that you have studied, longitudinal strain is nothing but what? Change in length to the original length, which is alpha into delta T. Okay. Now as we know that from Young's modulus definition, we have that Young's modulus Y is nothing but what? Stress by strain. Young's modulus is defined as stress by strain. Here what type of stress is here? It is thermal stress. So therefore we are writing Y is equal to thermal, Young's modulus is equal to thermal stress by strain. So what is strain here? Longitudinal strain here. So therefore thermal stress is equal to Young's modulus into strain. So Y strain means alpha into delta T. Then Y alpha into delta T, which is the required expression for thermal stress. Now how much force is acting here? So to calculate that force, this is an expression. Okay, this is an expression for the thermal stress is nothing but what? Y into alpha into delta T. Now we want to know the force, how much force is acted here. So we know that force is equal to stress into area. So what is stress here? Here what is stress? Y into alpha delta T. Y into alpha delta T into A. That is force. Okay. Now what is alpha delta T? Take this as equation number 1. Alpha delta T is equal to delta L by L. So force is equal to, in place of alpha delta T, I am substituting this delta L by L. Y into delta L by L into area. So from equation 1. So the force expression is Y into delta L by Y into delta L into A divided by L. So in place of alpha delta T, I am writing as delta L by L. So which is a required expression for force. Okay. So this is all about the thermal stress. Here we have taken the metallic rod which is being heated. Because of there is no space, this metallic rod will start to bend, and if it is not bending, if it is does not allow to bend, it will break down. So under some stress, so that stress is only called as thermal stress. Okay. So the stress goes on increases. Why it is increasing? Because of rising temperature. So here some stress is acting. What type of stress is acting? That is thermal stress. It is heat here. Heat stress. Okay. So this is what the length of the rod, delta is increasing the length, delta T is increasing temperature. So just note on this derivation. So sometimes they might ask to derive expression for thermal stress. Then you have to derive T here. Okay. Thank you, dear students. In the next class, we will discuss the next topic. Thank you.